friends and weirdos of all shapes and sizes. It is a chill day. We got some chill music going on. My hair is a little fluffier than usual because it just does that after I take a shower sometimes. But we are here. We are alive. And today's video is going to be about entitled parents. Which obviously is not a so chill subject. Like, freaking entitled parents can be crazy sometimes, and these titles that I'm reading so far are pretty out there. So I'm gonna pick about 3 stories from Reddit from r/entitled parents, read them, give my little 2 cents on it, and that's gonna be the video. So why not get started? I know it's like such a contradicting like freaking video subject, especially with like the chill music in the background. It's like, oh yeah, chill vibes but crazy stories, which that's what I was kind of going for. So let's just dive into this, you know? So the first one I found was uploaded 6 hours ago. And it says, I've been my mom's ATM for years and she went full Tony Soprano over $60. So it says, I've loaned my mom money for years. I'll pay you back Friday type stuff. She almost never does, and I stopped expecting it. Last week I was short and borrowed $60 from her. I planned to send it back the next day, but I got food poisoning and was basically dead for 24 hours. I paid her 1 day late. Today, a huge guy shows up at my door saying he's here to collect. I legit thought it was a scam at first. Nope, my mom sent him. It's not about the $60, it's the humiliation and the message. She can take from me for years, but if I slip once, she'll intimidate me. How do you deal with a parent like this? Do you cut them off fully? Do you warn them once? I feel shaken and honestly kind of scared. And we'll read like the top 3 comments. So the first one says, if this is real, stop sending her money. If you decide to keep sending her money, show up at her door on Saturday with a big burly friend demanding to collect. Honestly, I'm all for like petty stuff, but like not super petty, but like that's like kind of perfect. And it says, nah, this is too far fucked. You cut them off completely ruthlessly and go absolute no contact, napalm that fucking relationship. I mean, there's not really much context to this story, but I mean, if a parent goes that cuckoo bananas over like you paying them back, then I feel like that's a little controlling, and like that's just not normal. Like, as a parent, you're kind of like responsible for helping your child, I guess, because like, I don't know, if my kid was older and like they were like, hey, I need like $60 to $100 and I promise I'll pay you back, I'm like, okay, like, here you go, pay me back whenever, because I know being an adult is hard. And it seems like a lot of adult parents, like parents of other adults, don't really realize that for some reason, which is a little weird to me. It's like, weren't you like 21 to 25 years old like maybe 20 years ago? Like, did you not struggle the way some of us are struggling? Or like, is this just a weird expectation of some parents where they're like, oh, I raised my child to like stick to their word and they're not sticking to their word, so like it pisses me off? I have no idea. Oh my god, that comment's long. I don't think I want to read that one. Someone said, this is absolutely freaking insane. That's a move away, find another job, disappear forever type shit. And honestly, I completely agree, because like, who the heck would send some like big scary man after their own child over $60? It's $60. It's less than $100. Like, I would make a bigger deal if it was like over $100. But I guess that's just me. I don't know. But like, people are weird. There's a lot of weird people out there. Honestly, sending a big scary guy to intimidate your child over $60 is a little bit much, if you ask me. And it's just weird. I don't know, it's just weird to me. Let's just move on to the next story, because holy crap, because this next one is a little crazy. It says, the title is uploaded 9 hours ago, so 3 hours before the one that I just read. It says, oh god, my boyfriend's mom called my workplace to check on my character before deciding if I was good enough for her son. I'm 28. This, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the show like I Love a Mama's Boy or like Smothered. That title alone is screaming those. Like, it's a little crazy. So it says, so I need to preface this by saying my boyfriend Jake and I have been together for almost 3 years. We live together, we have a dog together. We are very much functioning adults. Jake is 31, I am 28. We met at work, different departments, no conflict of interest. We've been living together in my apartment for about 1.5 years, so about half the time they've been dating. His mom, I'll call her Roberta, has always been a lot. Very involved, very opinionated, the kind of person who will CC herself into a conversation that has nothing to do with her. Jake is her only child, and I think she genuinely believes that she means she has a permanent veto power over his life decisions. I've been polite. I've had dinners with her. I remember her birthday, ask about her garden. I thought we had a kind of strained but workable dynamic. Then last month, my manager pulled me aside and told me that a woman had called the main office line asking to speak to someone about my professional conduct and personal reputation. She said she was a family member of someone I was in a relationship with and wanted to make sure that I was a good person of character. My manager, to her credit, told the woman that this was not something she would discuss and ended the call. But she told me because she thought I deserved to know. I was so stunned, I just kind of nodded and went back to my desk. I called Jake that evening and told him what happened. He went very quiet. He said he would talk to her. He did talk to her. Roberta's defense was that she just wanted to make sure I was serious about her son. So, and that she didn't say anything bad. She genuinely could not understand why either of us were upset. She thought that this was a normal and reasonable thing to do, like calling someone's place of employment to ask about their dating suitability is just a thing people do apparently. Which is not. Like, that's like controlling mother behavior. Like, who does that? Nobody, just her. Nobody does that. Jake apologized on her behalf and told her that she needed to apologize to me directly. She sent me a text, said, I hope you understand I was coming from a place of love for my son. That was the apology. I haven't responded and I'm honestly not sure I'm going to. Which person or this user is ILY Maylee on r/entitledparents, and honestly, you don't have to. You absolutely do not have to. If you feel like that wasn't a proper apology, you absolutely do not have to. And if she's very like up your butt about stuff, then I would probably talk to your boyfriend about setting boundaries with that, because that's a little much for me. Like, freaking, if my boyfriend's mom is like the chillest person ever. Like, she's cool. She's a really cool person. But like, if she was the opposite of that, if she was like this lady calling my place of work or like trying to find out my reputation or something, I would be like, get your mom. Like, go get your mom. Because like, who does that? Nobody does that. Oh goodness. The top comment is, can you picture a lifetime with this woman? It won't get any better. And it doesn't seem like it, because like this woman seems like one of those really Karen moms who's like, where like she would put her son in soccer practice, and then like if her son like trips over himself or gets hurt, she immediately starts blaming it on another child on the other team that was like closest to him. Like that just gives those vibes. It absolutely gives those vibes. Another one of the top comments says, show him her non-apology and get him to push her for a real apology out of it. Not good enough. Hell, I'd even consider calling her place of work and asking the same sorts of embarrassing questions, demanding her boss tells you if they'd consider her a good mother, if they think she wants to still be a mom her son talks to. Sorry, I read that a little botched. My brain got a little fried. Yeah, if she still wants to be a mom her son talks to, or whatever invasive and rude questions. Make her realize just how shitty of a feeling it is, because she clearly seems the type to never understand how bad something is until it happens to her. And honestly, it really be like that for some people. Like freaking some people have like that privilege of like, oh, nothing's gonna happen to me, like nothing bad has ever happened to me, so I'm still gonna like be a booty hole about it. Like some people just do things because they think nothing bad is gonna happen to them, and I'm just like, you are living in a world of privilege. And it's crazy the amount of people who actually like live in a really like sheltered bubble like that. And I'm like, people need to realize that the human experience is not the same as yours. Like what you consider normal is not what your neighbor would consider normal, or like what you consider family affection is not what your best friend would consider family affection. Like people have very different views on the world, and yes, we might have some commonalities as human beings, but holy shit, nobody is the same. Like, it's crazy to think that, like, I don't know, it's like with the whole social media influencer stuff and all that. Like, once an influencer does something that people don't consider like normal, but like is their version of normal, people like start having an aneurysm about it. And I'm like, do you not do that? Like, do you not have friends that be eating like peanut butter and onion sandwiches? Like, freaking people are not the same, and people are never gonna be the same unless we're all robots. And I don't think that's gonna happen. I really don't. One more comment. It says, OP needs to tell boyfriend that he has a decision to make. Her or his mommy. If he doesn't set boundaries, it will only get worse. And honestly, I can completely agree with that, because there are so many, not so many, but like there's a good handful of men out there whose mothers are exactly like this. And they're just like, oh no, like that's just my mom. Like that's just how she is. No. Your mother is overprotective, and she's probably one of those moms who substitutes her husband's affection for her son's because her husband doesn't give her that much. You get where I'm going? You see where I'm going. That's not normal. That's not normal behavior. No future mother-in-law would be out here asking your job about your reputation. She would be asking you directly. If she actually wanted to get to know you, wanted to get to know your work ethic, wanted to get to know your personality, wanted to get to know what other people think about you, she would be spending time around you and the people that you get along with. Or like hanging out with you and your boyfriend at the same time, just to like get to know you guys. Cause like, yeah, it's just not normal. That's weirdo mother smothered behavior. Like, that's a little weird. Here's another one. I'm like, this title alone is another freaking I love a mama's boy / mothered situation. Cause like, These titles are crazy. So this one says, this was uploaded 5 days ago by user Jotaro5Dio. Great JoJo reference. I've only seen like the first 3 seasons, so I'm like, I shouldn't be talking about JoJo if I haven't fully seen this show. JoJo fans, don't come for me. But it says, my boyfriend's mom showed up to my apartment to inspect it before deciding if he's allowed to move in with me. And this man, why does this guy also have the same name as the previous story that I read? Wait, is this by... Oh no, this is what? These people's boyfriends have the same name. So this is another boyfriend named Jake. But yeah, so it says, so my boyfriend Jake and I have been together for almost 2 years, and we recently decided he's going to move into my apartment. My apartment. Not my apartment, literally, but I'm just like embodying the story, okay? But it says that I pay for, that I have lived in alone for 3 years. Jake is 26 years old. And he's a mama's boy. But, well, it doesn't say that he's a mama's boy in the story. I'm just saying this guy's a mama's boy. It says, I found out last Thursday when my neighbor texted me saying that there's a woman in the hallway taking pictures of the building entrance and asking other tenants questions about noise levels and what kind of people live here. I came home on my lunch break and she was literally standing in my hallway with a notepad. What kind of extra stuff? It says his mom introduced herself very warmly. Said Jake had mentioned the move and she just wanted to see where her son would be living. Before things got too far along. She asked if she could come inside to check out the layout. I said no. She looked genuinely surprised, like that was an unreasonable response. It's not. You hardly know the lady. Why are you gonna let her into your house? Don't let strangers into your house. Even if it's like a marketing guy. I used to be in marketing. And freaking the dude, so my first marketing job. Actually, no. I'll tell that story after because I'm not gonna get off track. She acted like that was an unreasonable response, which obviously it's not. She then told me she had some concerns about the neighborhood and wanted to discuss house rules in case Jake moves in, including whether I'd be okay with her having a spare key for visits. I told her this wasn't something we were going to discuss at my front door without Jake present, and that showing up unannounced to evaluate my home was not something I was comfortable with. She left but texted Jake that I was hostile and that she thinks we were rushing things. Of course, when a lady like that doesn't get her way, she's gonna throw a tantrum, like, bruh. Jake apologized and said she does stuff like this, but he looked genuinely embarrassed. I would be too. I like him a lot, but the idea that his mom sees my home as a space she gets veto power over makes me rethink the whole timeline of this move, honestly. Honestly, I probably would too, because, like, what is up with, like, these moms being so invested in their sons' lives? But, like, whenever they have daughters, they're just like, you do what you want. And I'm like, ladies, mothers of sons who are overly attached to their sons. I am a mother of a son, but goddamn, freaking those moms out there who be, like, posting on the internet like, oh, I'm not gonna let my son's girlfriend take him away from me because that's my son. And I'm like, isn't it your job as a mom to raise a decent man for the women in the world? Not for yourself? Like, as a mom to a boy, personally, I'm like, I'm not thinking about how I want to raise him to be good for me. I'm trying to raise him to be good for himself and his future partners. Like, he's gonna be a man who's gonna want independence, hopefully, and he's gonna want partners or like a life partner that he finds throughout his experience of having partners. Like, I'm not gonna raise no freaking red pill hobo ass man. Like, freaking, I'm gonna try my best to keep my son away from that type of red pill content, because like that is so toxic for men, period. Red pill content is not proper content for men to consume. Men out there, watch 4 and Fridays. Great channel, great man. He's very deconstructed about his existence. He's just great. He has great opinions, especially about masculinity and like masculinity in the Black community, especially. Like, he's great. Great guy. Top comment, obviously. I had to put in my little 2 cents, you know me. It says, I'm not surprised you're rethinking it. This is just the start of her overbearing interference. You really need to see how he handles his mother going forward. He needs to be able to be firm with her. If he's not, her BS will escalate. And honestly, yeah. And like I said, if you've watched I Love a Mama's Boy or like the Smothered series, those moms, like, once they get their toe in the door, they're gonna try and like force their way into that shit. And I'm like, lady, these moms do not be respecting their boundaries, like their son's boundaries, or like their freaking their son's girlfriend's boundaries. Like, these women have to have their hands so tight on like their son's necks, where it's like, oh, I don't want to let you go because like, what if she takes you away from me? That's like the biggest excuse for most of these women. And I'm like, first off, why are you treating your son like he's some sort of side piece to you or something? Like, that's a little weird. Like, I don't know, freaking, especially like boy mom content. Holy shit. Oh my god, boy mom content rage baits me beyond belief. Because it just makes me so mad. Like, why are these women trying so hard to keep their sons to like themselves? Like, your son should be getting out there in the world being a decent human being, but you're preventing him from doing that. In my opinion, like, those moms out there who like try to shelter their sons or like keep their sons to themselves, you're only like hindering your son's development as an adult. Like, let your son be an adult, let him make mistakes. Don't be freaking washing his chonies for him, because that's a grown-ass man. He needs to watch his own fucking chonies. The fuck? Anyways, Jesus. Like I said, it rage baits me. It makes me mad. One more comment. It says, I would tell boyfriend he's not allowed to move in until after he is weaned. That has disaster written all over it. And honestly, yes, it does. Because, like, what the hell? Bruh. I just read another freaking title. Okay, one more. I'll do one more because, like, what is up with these parents, dude? What is up with these fucking parents? Oh my god. It says, so this is by user Atreyu_Falker, uploaded 20 hours ago on r/entitledparents. It says, my mom showed up to my dorm unannounced and tried to get my RA to let her in my room while I was in class. What the fuck do these moms be on? Like, they just like get up one morning and they're like, something is going on with my child. I need to go see what they're doing. And I'm like, trying to get into your kid's dorm while they're not in the dorm? Like, what are you trying to look for? What triggered you to get up out of bed and go raid your child's home / dorm? Who does that? No normal parent. I would just call. If I was that mom, I'd be like, hey, how are you doing, child? How's it going? You doing okay? You're not getting yourself in trouble? You're staying alive? You're eating okay? Cool. Love you. Bye. It's not that hard. It's not that hard to not be weird. What is up with these parents and being weird? Okay, anyways. It says, I'm a sophomore and moved into the dorms this year specifically because living at home was making it impossible to focus. My mom has always been the type who needs to know everything happening in my life in real time. I thought having physical distance would help set some kind of boundary naturally. I was wrong. And it'd always be like that with these types of parents. Like, oh my fucking God. It says, 3 weeks ago, I was sitting in a 2-hour lecture with my phone on silent. When I came out, I had 14 missed calls and a string of texts escalating from hey to why aren't you answering to I'm coming to check on you. What the fuck? By the time I got back to my building, my RA pulled me aside and told me a woman had come to the front desk claiming there was a family emergency, that she needed to be let in my room immediately. My RA, thankfully, said they couldn't do that and asked her to wait in the common area. My mom had been sitting there for 45 minutes by the time I showed up. There was no emergency. She said she got a feeling something was wrong and that I never go that long without answering her. Your child is in college, bro. Your child is in college. They are learning. They are filling their brain with knowledge, which just seems like you need to fill your brain of knowledge on boundaries. Which it seems like a lot of parents need to do a college class on fucking boundaries, because what the fuck? Says I told her she couldn't just show up like that and that she completely... I told her that she couldn't just show up like that and that she completely lost it. I said I was being cold and that she just cared about me. My RA was nearby and heard the whole thing, which was mortifying. I asked her to leave and she cried in the parking lot and called my aunt, who then texted me saying I humiliated my mom in front of strangers. Get a life. Bro, you are a mother to a child. Get a life. My mom hasn't spoken to me since and is now telling the rest of my family that I turned on her the moment I left home. What the fuck? Dude, these parents are crazy. When I tell you this is what not to do as a parent, take notes. Grab a notebook right now and take notes. Like, let me tell you what to write down, okay? Get a pen and a pencil. I will give you like 5 seconds. You got it? You getting it? You got it? All right, write this down. 1, what not to do as a parent. What not to do as a parent. Do not
sell marijuana to my husband. Okay.
Go pulling up to their shit unannounced. Rule number 1. Number 2, if you're that concerned, call them. Shoot up a text. Don't just go freaking causing a scene because you're so worried about your child that you woke up and you had a feeling that something bad was gonna happen to your kid. If your child is an adult, give them a call. They have a life. They have a job. They're going to freaking college. Number 3. Let's see if I can come up with like 5 reasons. Number 3. If your child has a partner, freaking spend time with them. Don't just go pulling up to their shit being like, are you a suitable person for my child to be with? Let me check your apartment. Let me call your work and ask about your reputation. Don't do that. Don't. Number 4. Freaking, if you're a mom to a son, just ask him about his girlfriend. Don't go weaseling your way into their relationship because you're gonna be the one who ruins it. Like, and then reason number 5, okay? If your child is an adult, respect that they have an adult life. It's not that hard. I get it. Your child is new to this world. You're pretty new to this world too, because you've probably only been here like 30, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years in some cases. But freaking, you're an adult. You should know that as an adult, life can be hard. Like, if your child is an adult, you should know their circumstances because you were that old. Yeah, times were probably different, but oh my god, there's still some similarities. Like, oh my god. Bro, these parents, like, be stressing me out sometimes, because, like, what the hell? Like, not even my parents do that shit. And I'm like, I'm kind of relieved. But, like, of course my parents do, like, things that would annoy me sometimes, but, like, that's what parents do, obviously. Like, parents can be annoying sometimes, kids can be annoying. Frick. But, bro, don't be like these parents. Do not.
Sell marijuana to my husband.
Cause freaking, oh my god, just don't do it. Don't do it. I'm gonna do what my son does and hit you and be like, don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, my 2-year-old does that. He hits me well, he doesn't hit me. He like playfully hits me. He's all, don't do it. Don't do it. And I'm like, okay, I won't. It's not that hard. Like, if you're worried about your child, call them. If they're living with you, check on them. Send them a text or something. Be like, hey, you still alive? You hungry? Let's go eat some food. Let's go get some ice cream type beat. Like, do not be like these people. And I care, dude, most of these are mothers. You don't see no fathers doing this. Well, some fathers be crazy with their daughters. Like, don't be like those fathers who are out here like putting t-shirts on their little girls like, oh, daddy's my Valentine, or daddy said I couldn't date until I was 30. Like, don't be those dads. That's a little weird. At least in my book, that's kind of weird. But yeah, friggin', just don't be like those people. This is a video. This main subject was r/entitled parents, but now it turned into a what not to do if your child is an adult, or what not to do if you have kids. Respect their boundaries. Even like little kids can set boundaries with you. Like, if they don't like something and you're a parent and you continue to do it, what does that teach your child? Obviously that their boundaries are not going to be respected. So please, no matter how old your kid is, just respect their boundaries. And don't be like these people. I know I've said that like a million times already. But yeah. But that concludes the video. I'm done being rage baited by these crazy ass parents because what the hell. I will see you guys in my next video. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family. Take care of the ones that you keep close to you. Take care of your pets. Take care of your children. Take care of your plants. Get up and do that thing that you have been putting off. Be productive today. You're great. You're doing great. Keep being a good human. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.